Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I'm here to tell you what are the cheapest houses for rent in Orlando. For those who don't know, renting houses in Orlando is a success. Tourists still don't know much about it, but many people rent too because there in Orlando there are really beautiful condos to rent, and it ends up being many times cheaper than the hotel, much better, and has several advantages. So we came here to give you tips on the best and cheapest houses for those who are looking for a cheap house in Orlando to stay well and cheaply. So this will be very cool tips, fast, and that will make a difference on your trip. Be sure about it. So please enjoy the video, guys. Don't forget to give us a like. Remember to subscribe to the channel because that helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, in this video we gathered here the cheapest house options to rent in Orlando. This does not mean anyway that they are bad houses, people. They are still very good houses, great to stay, but they are the cheapest ones compared to the others that are a little bit more expensive, a little bit more luxurious. So we'll give you tips on the most affordable ones, and you see that they are very cheap and worth it. Here is a quick explanation of how it works. In Orlando there are several condominiums that are built with houses already made for lodging for seasons. So people buy and rent them for the interested people, so there is this option you can stay either in the hotel or in the houses. What are the main advantages of staying in a house? First, it's the comfort because it's much bigger, much nicer. It has pools and most of them are private, so you come home from the park and lie by the pool, rest a bit. The family is more united because everyone's in the same place. There are not several hotel rooms. The security, the 24-hour security is very good inside the condos, and nobody enters your house, different from the hotel where there are several people working, cleaning the rooms, delivering. They come and go when you're not there, and it ends up being much nicer. We prefer it a lot. We're always renting it when we go with more people because it ends up being very nice. It's more fun and it's nicer, and this structure is better. These condos usually have a sensational resort structure. It's like if you were in a real resort hotel because you have the house, which is already great, and you have a huge structure there with a huge pool. Some have a water park. There's a soccer court, volleyball court, gym, and everything you can imagine you have in the condo, and it's very quiet too. It's very nice to stay. We who are tourists have a little bit of fear with security, but the security there is sensational. You have nothing to worry about. And Orlando is still one of the safest cities in Florida, so it's really quiet and it's all very clear. They already leave the house there, all programmed for you to use. There are already the sheets, cutlery, glasses. You don't need to take anything. It's like a hotel. If you want to clean an extra day, you can arrange it with them, but generally you don't need to. They already have a toilet paper, everything. You just have to get there and use it. So that's why we highly recommend renting houses, especially for those who are going with more than 6 people. When you're going with less than 6 people, sometimes the price is not worth it because the hotel can be cheaper. If you are in 2 people, go to the hotel, that's cheaper. 4 people is even cheaper. Now in larger groups, renting a house is much cheaper. There are houses for 10 people. You in a group of 10 people will pay much cheaper. It's practically half of what everyone else would pay in the hotel, so the savings are huge. And you can arrive and go to Walmart already on the first day. You buy a cheap breakfast. You have every day the cheapest and tastiest breakfast to eat there with everybody. You can eat something at night. You can leave all the groceries there in the fridge, the stove. You have all the structure of a home. So we recommend it. We are kind of suspects to say because we love this kind of lodging there, and it makes the trip to Orlando more family friendly and more joyful for everybody. This space is very good and it feels more like a home. You feel at home. But it's for those who are going with more than 5-6 people, friends. Less than that is not worth it financially unless you want to stay anyway. You will pay a little bit more, but for these who go in groups, it's sensational. We think it's much nicer than getting a hotel room. So now we're gonna talk about the cheapest houses, the condos that have the houses with the best prices, and where to find them too. Where you make the reservation for the lowest price, you see that you can really save money. There are some condos that are most famous and most sought after because they are in the best locations. They are the nicest ones, the ones with the best resort area. And of these, let's suppose there are about 10 more or less. It's from 8 to 10, the ones that are almost the famous and what we recommend you to stay in. There are about 3 that are cheaper. They are not bad. They're older. The other are newer, more modern. You have a bigger area. The houses are brand new. Everything ended up being a bit more expensive, but there are others that are very good. We have stayed in one of them and we highly recommend. From the most famous one, we will mention here 3 condos that we think are very good, which are the Paradise Palms, the Solterra, and the Windsor Hills or Windsor Palms. There are 2 of them, they are very similar, and we're going to talk about quickly about them. In terms of structure, they are very similar. Take a look at the pictures and you see that they are very similar, but these 3 are the ones with the best prices. They are much cheaper than the others. They even cost half the price of the main ones, which is the Windsor at West Side, which is a little bit more expensive too. Story Lake, which is a new and very trendy, everybody wants to stay there, so these are more expensive. Now, these 3 that I mentioned to you, they are cheaper structure-wise, room-wise, house-wise. We think they are very similar. What really differentiates them is the locations. Which one we not recommend? We don't recommend you to stay at the Solterra because it's located a little bit further down the road, along with the Champions Gate, which is a more upscale condo, a little bit more modern. It's a little bit down there from Disney, so it will take you about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get to Disney, and a little bit more, about 45 minutes to get to Universal, the upper part of Orlando. So the location of the Paradise Palms and the Windsor, both the Windsor Hills and the Windsor Palms, they are much better. They are 10 minutes away from Disney, they are close to Walmart, they have a very good location, so that's why we recommend them. So our tip, check out both Paradise Palms and Windsor Palms. Don't get confused, folks. The Windsor at the West Side is more expensive. It's another Windsor. You need to look at either Windsor Hills or Windsor Palms. Take a look and you see that the houses are very good, the price is very cheap, and the houses are sensational. We stayed in Paradise and we like it very much. The houses are just a little bit old compared to the others, but it's very nice. The pool area there, the one you can use from the condo, is very good. The court, the gym, the house is also super spacious. We liked it a lot, and the price is very good. If you go there, you're not gonna make a mistake. We totally recommend. We went there and we love it. Guys, quickly, any real doubt you may have, no matter how silly it may be, send it to us and we'll gladly help you. We like to help. And if you want, it's even easier, send us a message on social networks, a direct or a message at Pylorenzi, that I'll help you with your doubts and help you set up your trip the best way possible. And take advantage and follow us there. We are always traveling the world, showing the tips there in a very cool way. In our family routine with our little one, that's a blast. And soon we'll be moving to Orlando, so there will be lots of cool content for you to follow. So the daily life there, the life in Orlando, and all the tips from the parks will be there showing you everything. So follow us there. There will be a lot of cool stuff coming up in the next month. Just wait and see. And talking about prices, for you to have an idea, the first thing, guys, it varies a little bit. It varies because of the dollar, the season, depending on the month, if it's full or not. I did a research for May next year, which is theoretically the low season. In 3 condos, the Paradise Palms, which was the one we found the nicest and the one we recommended, which we consider the best of the 3 options, ends up costing $18 per person. So a house for 10 people, if you share it for everybody, it ends up costing $18 a day, more or less. It will vary a little depending on the season and the dollar, but just for you to have an idea of how advantageous and cheap it really is. And if the dollar is low, it's logical that this value also goes down, because unfortunately today the dollar is very high. It may be that by the time the dollar is lower, so do some research. I'm going to talk about the place here, the site, but I'll leave the link here to the website that we use to search the houses that has the best price of all. It's a very good price. I will explain it to you, but do a little research. But this price of these houses, it's more or less, it costs an average of 18 per person per day. But it's the price for a whole time? No, it's per day. If you're going to stay 10 days, it will cost $180 per person. So pay attention to the estimative of the values in the math, because you have to pay attention. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give us a like and subscribe to our channel. That really helps us. And be sure to watch the video on how to save a lot on your trip to Orlando. It's a sensational video that we put together that has a step-by-step plan for you to plan your entire trip there from the beginning to the end, hiring the best services with the best tips, saving a lot, and traveling much cheaper than you think, and everything you need to know. I'll leave this video here along with the playlist that has all the other Orlando videos for you. Be sure to watch it all and you're gonna love it. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice trip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.